Good news, RD. That's good news.
Hey, everybody.
So, we're gonna talk a little bit about seeds today. I want to let a couple of you guys get in here. Hoping Betty comes by again today. We were talking on another show on Appalachian Reaper. If you guys don't know him, go check him out. Work in progress. Afternoon.
Hello.
So we were talking about pawpaw fruit, and they're actually native to where we live here in Ohio, and they've been basically just chopped down. I mean, to the point where they're almost non-existent. And um, where Betty lives, they still grow. So she's gonna actually send me some seeds. I would love to have a conversation with her about plants as medicine, because she said she's got a background in plant medicine and also in Western medicine. So that would be just a lovely conversation. So, all right. So seeds are important. They're valuable. And one of the ideas we had when we had this conversation in the other chat was, what about setting up some kind of a seed trading, right, between all of us? How helpful and beneficial would that be? And hey, Kathy, so we could get some of these local, uh, you know, and I do know there are written restrictions with it, right? So we'll have to look up what's what. Some plant species you don't want in other states because they'll become invasive and they'll take over the natural stuff, and then you're out of your natural stuff. So we will be careful with that. But I really like that idea that we set up seed trading between us. Got a fellow who can send huckleberry seeds. So I think that would be really, really excellent. So I'd love to hear any input. What do you guys think about that if we started seed trading amongst ourselves? And and we start just doing that. I mean, there are things you can't go to the grocery store and buy anymore. Wouldn't it be lovely to have it growing on your countertop or right outside your window, right?
If it's in a bucket.
There are so many methods that you can use to garden indoors in small spaces that don't take up much space but provide a wealth of nutrition. So these things we want to think about. Even if the world stays how it is, I don't know. Like something's going to change, and I think we all feel that. I think that energy is just in the air. Stuff's happening. So I think having seed trading established maybe some routes if we want to do. I don't know how we want to do it, guys. I'm willing to do the mail outs if you guys want me to do that. You may have to send me a book of stamps. No, I have some. We, as homeschoolers, we called up a local postmaster and a really tiny little post office down in Kilbuck, and he's a really nice fellow postmaster down there. And we just called him up, and I said, "Hey, I'm a homeschooling parent. I just wondered what would it take for us to get a door so that my child can learn about how the postal service works." And he was like, "Well, come on down whenever you have a minute." So we went down, and he walked us through the whole thing, and he explained everything to her and took her in the back. We got to see where they store the mail and how they separate it. And she thought that was really cool ours is one of those little old style with the wooden, boxes set up still. There's no chutes, no mechanicals. So I thought that was really great experience for her. But yeah, we can maybe do that. If you guys want to do that, let me know. Send me an email, and like what kind of things would you be interested in? Are you trying to grow them outdoor in your native soil? If so, you need to go look at your zones, right? Look at a map of the United States or a map of your state and find out what your agricultural zones are. And that'll tell you what you're going to be able to grow outside normal your state. And that'll let you know what you're able to grow outside in your conditions. Like I know I've mentioned it before, we're fourth season here, so we are in zones 5, 6, and 7, depending on what map you look at. Don't let that confuse you. Take an overall view. Those maps are slightly different depending on who the maker of the map is. So, but you are going to get a generalized feel for what your zone is. Once you know what your agricultural zone is, your growing zone, a lot of things to tell you what, and a lot of times you'll still be able to grow things fantastically indoors. So, don't let that discourage you. If you're like, that plant only grows really in, this climate. I mean, the only thing you're going to have problems with is if you're trying to grow cold things in a really hot climate. Brassicas don't always do so well. They like that cold. But there are ways that you can treat plants that like the cold and give them a colder hibernation period, even in a warm climate, a 2-season climate. So, just something for us to think about, guys. So, and on that note, I guess I'll tell a little story. I have a bit of a little seed bank myself put up, and there for a while I go and I find the organic heirloom, non-GMO, blah blah blah. Really, all you need is heirloom. Heirloom should say it all. Heirloom seeds are simply seeds that come from plants that have not been genetically modified. Okay, and so therefore you can take the seeds of said plant and plant them again over and over and over again. That is helpful and that is useful, because with the modified ones, what they've done is essentially they've made it a money racket where you have to keep buying seeds every year, because the seeds that you harvest from the fruits of your labor will not provide you any more plants. So they did that on purpose. It wasn't just to rob you of the nutritional value of the original thing. It was,
Yeah.
there's a lot involved in it, if you ask me. But it's all part and part of the parcel. So heirloom seeds is what we are looking actually to want to trade with each other, right? I'm very interested in getting some pawpaw fruit and trying to get that planted, since I know that it used to grow all over this state and was a staple for early pioneers in Ohio. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
It's the Ohio banana.
It's another fruit we're gonna add to our collection. We only have 3 fruit trees right now, but
We got 2 apples and a peach.
yeah. But we're looking to add to that, and then of course once we get the greenhouse going, then we'll have other fruits that we'll be able to do year round, or even fruits that aren't even from the area.
Yeah, I'm going to try my hand at a dwarf lemon tree. I feel like it's really important to try and keep some kind of a citrus on hand. Yeah.
Orange.
Because you can do a lot of things with citrus acid and citric acid, and if you can, I don't know. I think I may try to sprout some lemon seeds from the lemons that we got that last batch.
On which one?
The lemons.
Lemons.
Yeah. I think I may try to sprout them and try to grow a tree, but I know that'll be a couple years.
Yeah, those will be different.
But I'm gonna give it a shot. So, yeah, yep, just produces a junk tree exactly, and that's that's some problem right there. We live in Amish country. You guys know that we've mentioned that quite a few times. So there are orchards and dairy farms and cheese making factories and woodworking factories and wood mills and lumber yards and everything in our area. So we are really blessed in that way. That we are, if we need something, apples, we go buy second picks every year. We buy a big giant, like 50-pound bag of second pick apples for like $8. We make apple butter, apple cider vinegar, apple pie, apple cobbler. We do all kinds of, and then we just
dehydrated apple
we
chips.
do, yeah, apple chips. So, hey Betty, great to see you. I was hoping you would come up and join me, and we could talk about seeds and plants as medicine and stuff. If you feel so inclined, but I think that would be a lovely conversation. We were just talking about, certain things are native to certain areas, but it doesn't mean you can't grow them in other areas. Yeah, pawpaw, man. I want to have a couple pawpaws growing around here.
Not supposed. I don't think they're supposed to be that big of a. It's like a tree bush, from my understanding.
Yeah. There are different. They don't all get to be trees. They're not all trees. Some of them stay real tight and compact.
Different species of them.
Yeah. So and it's your climate, right? Because pawpaws like a certain climate. They're not like a typical southern type of tree, right? They like a certain climate. So, well, would you mind coming up? We'll drop the link for you, and I would love to talk to you about seeds, and maybe we can let these good folk know that we're going to try and get something together where we're maybe trading seeds with each other and keeping it between good people that want to grow, that want to do the right stuff and want to get themselves up and going, and how we could go about that. If you guys wanted me to handle mailings and stuff, I would do. Well, and that might be RD, because I don't know about pawpaws specifically, but there are a lot of plants that are separated into a male and female genus, and you have to have both of them, in order to bear fruit. Yeah. Hey, Sherry. So those are all things to consider. And before you plant any plant, again, in your area, before you plant any plant, know if it is going to turn into an invasive species. That's really easy to check with. If you go onto your local state wildlife or natural resources site, it'll be a .gov site. There's usually a plethora of information. But if you introduce certain trees into certain areas of the North American continent, you're going to introduce new pests to that area too, and it can ruin an entire ecosystem. So you do have to be careful about that. I don't even know how else to say it. You just have to be careful. Please know what you're doing before you do it. Look into it a little bit. It doesn't take that much. Call up a local nursery or a local garden center, not Wally World, because those people do not know a thing about what they're selling you. But if you even called up a local greenhouse that only sells flowers, chances are that person has taken horticultural training in some manner, and they're going to know, or they're going to be able to point you in the direction to look for what you want, the information you're looking for. So yeah, always check into that. just because a lot of times that's already been happening for generations. That's been happening. These towns will pass these laws to beautify the town, and they put those little trees that come up out of the sidewalk, and then like 25 years down the road, the sidewalks are all broken, the roots are coming up, and they got to cut them down anyway. So that started happening back in the 50s. In the 50s, they brought over silver. Was it silver maples or silver? I think it was silver maples.
Yeah.
And it ended up being invasive to the areas that they were planting them in. And they were being advertised as, awesome. Awesome, Betty.
Texas.
I'm looking for some gourd seeds, too. If anybody has gourds. Hi, Gary. What now? I'm sorry. Yeah, County Egg. Yep. Hi, Bella Star. So these are all things to consider when you want to do this stuff. But most stuff, if you container grow it, in order to ensure that you're going to meet its environmental requirements, right? If you're trying to grow something that doesn't grow in your area, like when I do get my dwarf lemon tree, and I will have one. When I get that, I'm going to have to keep it. I'm going to make sure that I have an environment I can keep it that's regulated because it's citrus. So I'm excited about that though, because that's been a long time in the waiting for me to get a lemon tree. But yeah, I know heirloom seeds. Yeah, it was silver maple. You're right. And me and silver maples, they were tearing stuff up. They became invasive. But worst of all, they brought over their own set of pests and diseases. And now you have rust on trees that never used to get rust, which is a type of mold. You get all kinds of stuff. And that's why they do have strict restrictions on certain things like that. You won't be able to order certain trees if you live in a specific region of the United States or any part of the northern continent, the North American continent, because of the pests and diseases. I mean, look what we got with these Japanese beetles, guys. They're everywhere. They're stinking everywhere, man. Murder hornets. They're killing off local bee populations like nobody's business. Those are the kind of things that can kill an ecosystem. You have to have your pollinators. Anybody that does keep bees, I would love to have a chat with you because I'm very interested in beekeeping. I don't want to order in bees though. I want to get them naturally from our area. We do have
swarms.
We have swarms at least every spring. We have swarms, and I'm pretty sure if I set up the right kind of boxes, and there are 2 different kinds that we're looking at. Both of them we're making ourselves. So just so you know, we're not looking into like the big deep chest ones or anything like that. One of them is a free, where you just put the slat across the top and you let them build their own home. What's that, like a freestyle?
It's an old order style, yeah. And then the other one are mason jar, honeycomb.
You have the mason jar screw on the top.
Mason jars, and then you just unscrew it and put a lid on it, and you got a jar.
So if anybody does know anybody that does bees or that uses any of those methods, I would love to have a chat with you. I have a million questions. I'll probably only think of one to start off, but that'll lead to a conversation, and I love conversations. So, oh yeah, an heirloom does it has a better flavor. It has that flavor you remember, like when you were a kid, and you're like, man, stuff they just don't make stuff like they used to. But really, All right, Betty, I appreciate that. You sure you won't come up and talk with me about seeds today? I really would love to. I'd love to have a conversation about seeds and plants as medicine and all that good jazz. Hey, artist. Um, because I feel like you know, gardening does more for you than provide nutrients and medicine. Gardening gives you that connection too, you know, and sometimes that is the most kinetic connection you can have with your spiritual side is just going out and digging in the dirt and creating something, helping something grow. I mean, I don't know that there is a more satisfying feeling, and I speak somewhat as a mother in that aspect too, because you know you get so much satisfaction when you see your children learning and growing and becoming more of the person that they're going to grow into, you know, and it's a really lovely feeling, and so it's kind of the same. It's a really lovely feeling when you do that with plants and you nurture them, and you know you get the production of that. So um, yeah, that'll work, Betty. And like I said, you don't have to do your video if you don't want to, hon. I completely understand. Um, but I sure would love to chat with you. Um, because I know a little bit of stuff, but I don't have like the medical background or any of that. I know what I know from researching, but um, you know, that was me taking the time, doing the research, learning how to do this stuff, learning what worked for us, what didn't work for us, and learning what to avoid during certain times of life. Um, you know, like when you're pregnant, don't give honey, you know, and don't give honey to a child under a year old, and those kind of things that just are not taught as common sense things anymore, but they should be. You know, when Raina was little, I always sought ways to avoid giving her sugars that weren't natural, right? So she always had lots of fruit. She loved her fruits, and that was never an issue to get that child to have fruits or even vegetables and or something like that for a snack in the daytime. Um, and then when she got older, like tea and honey, you know, we never used sugar in her tea. We always used honey. And she just, that's how she knows it. So if you put sugar in her teacup, she knows it doesn't taste right. Um, so like things like that, we just always try to keep that, you know, to balance that, keep that balanced out. And so also knowing, you know, a little bit of a lot of things, right? I mean, is always beneficial. It's always useful. So, um, yeah, if you guys are interested in like heirloom seed stuff, um, I'm really interested in this. I would be interested in trying to get something set up where, um, if you guys want to mail seeds in, and then maybe we um, split them up and mail them out, or you can request certain kinds of seeds, and when they pop up, whoever they pop up from first, we'll send those out to you know, or however you guys want to do it. If you guys want to use us as a central location, um, but you know, I'd love to get some interest in this because this is the kind of stuff we really need at,
Yeah,
at
we need this
ground
kind of
level.
stuff.
This is the stuff you used to be able to do with your neighbors, and you can't anymore.
Even if we get just someone who's interested out of just curiosity.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we hadn't DT. Device is not connected.
so you need to connect their microphone.
Oh, you have
or
to
you can
add them. Somebody,
Okay.
can you type in chat something? Never mind, I got it here. Put me over here.
Yeah.
We'll let Betty know.
I don't think I'm not for anything.
I don't know. Hey, Ronan. So,
Yeah, I didn't mess with anything. They should be able to come right in.
I was trying to answer something. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Is that over on BitChute, you guys? You're fine, DT. We'll have a conversation about anything. Anybody want to come up? We'll chat about anything.
Try it again.
We just like to at least open the show with the homesteading type of stuff because that's what we're into. Betty, try again. So, you guys want to come up and talk about Roseanne's show? We haven't seen it yet.
Who's this? Roseanne?
Roseanne is on YouTube. All right. Right on.
Roseanne Barr?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually do catch her stuff, but
yeah.
we didn't.
I think she just had one. Yeah, there was one in the thing that she just posted. I don't know how long ago. It was a couple days, maybe. I'm not sure. But yes, she did post one.
Nice. Thank you, Bella and DT.
Who did she have on with her this time?
Okay, Betty. If you want to try again, hon, we're willing to work with you. It said we couldn't let you in the back studio because you were muted. Your mic was muted and your video was off. So if you can somehow unmute your mic when you come in, we should be able to pull you up. Yeah, so there's a question for you. Was his death really faked so that he could keep his promise to his father? And let's not forget, Mr. T, when he did supposedly die in that plane crash, Mr. T promised that he would give vengeance for his father. Hi, Shep.
Ooh. No. Itchy.
Yeah, I kind of feel that he is too. It's awfully suspicious so many die at, like, what was it, age 27?
Yeah, something like that.
27 club. Yeah.
We will.
Betty, we're going to. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
I'll give you a call here a little bit later on, maybe after dinner time. If you don't mind, I'll give you a call and we'll chat this up and maybe flesh the idea out some more if you can't get on. I was thinking maybe we could flesh out the idea a little bit and get some feedback from
bounce some ideas.
Yeah, from chat, because we got a lot of really good people that come in here and they're I like their thinking. So the skills people have, man, just surprises the heck out of you, you know.
Wow, cool.
Maybe, but I don't know,
check it out.
I'd have to see a little bit more. I'd have to dig into that one. I like to dig when it comes to stuff like that. It does seem to be the year.
I'll have to check it out, that's for sure.
Yeah. Shep, do you have a wrench? If you do, go ahead and pop your link in there. And if you don't, somebody with a wrench, can you pop in Shep's link? Shepherd of the Forest. I like her. Shep, me and you should have a conversation. I bet we'd have a lot of fun. I have heard of that artist. I'm not sure. Isn't it only certain seeds that you should soak in buttermilk? And what is that? Like tomato seeds, right? Because they have that gel around them that protects the seed. And the buttermilk help break down that little like placenta around it. I think that might be what it is, but I'm not sure. You guys, I think they're going to throw so much stuff at you, and you're going to be like, squirrel, 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 squirrel. Don't give yourself whiplash.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, don't give yourself whiplash. It
it's
sucks.
cool.
It really does.
Cool.
I think there's and not look. Everybody's calling them FFs, you know, F to the second power, right? That's all right, Betty. That's all good. So hey, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
These F to the second powers, and I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. That's not to say that there are not real events, that people aren't really getting hurt, and that, you know, so no matter what, man, your prayers should be going out to the people that we can't help, right? We should be lifting them up, even if they don't want us to. When you're in a dark place, right, and you strike a match, a single match, it lights up the darkness, right? One tiny match for a big area of darkness. So, prayer, I kind of feel like is that match, right? If there's more than one person, you know, lifting those folks up, there's going to be more light, less darkness. So, I don't know, something to keep in mind.
Or a concert where everybody has their lighters lit.
And
everyone has a lighter lit. Prayer.
Even in staged events, man, people get hurt, right? That whether intentionally or not. And if we're talking about dealing with some of these people that we're talking about that are out there, and we all know who they are, they don't give a rat's ass about collateral damage. They don't give a rat's ass about friendly fire. I mean, look, the conflict. Agent Orange. My uncle had it. He was over there, and he didn't go in a good way. So, yeah, they don't give a crap about lives lost. And so, yeah, there very likely will be real collateral damage felt by real people on the ground. And that's all I'm saying. Well,
no,
we're still stocking our pond.
There is a place you can go fishing. I mean, it's off the main road and everything, and it's right down the hill. I mean, it's not far.
Bring your poles, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Southern.
There are places to fish. Hello, Southern Patriots Association.
So yeah, we started out with seeds and ended up on some other stuff. So come on up here, somebody. I'll drop this link. Come on up. Let's talk about something. And y'all know it doesn't have to be what we started with. Where are you at? We're in Ohio. We're right here in YouTube land. I think I need more coffee. Uh-oh, Sassy's coming out. Need more coffee. I'll be right back, guys.
You put a pot on, man.
Oh.
That was the last of it.
Oh.
I know.
All right, talk about seeds, babe. Growing stuff and stuff. Or I can let you put on the coffee.
Yeah, I can put on the coffee.
Oh, I love you. You're so sweet.
All right.
Thank you, babe.
Oh, I got a pot of coffee.
Yeah, so for everybody that came in a little bit late here, I'm going to just go ahead and re-mention. I'm just going to recap a little bit here. A couple people, we were talking about seeds in another channel the other day, and we're talking about maybe getting something set up where we can trade seeds amongst ourselves, right? amongst the group of us from all over the place. And if you guys want, I can be a central hub, and then nobody's information is going anywhere. If you guys want to do that, or if we just want to get a little group together in between, a couple of us, we're mailing out seeds to whoever needs them. I made this suggestion that you check your zones, find out if you're going to be able to grow it inside, if you're going to be able to grow it outside, and look a little into it before you request seeds. But this is going to be heirloom seeds. We're not going to be sending out junk seeds to each other. We're sending out, we're talking like heirloom stuff or natural stuff growing all the time. And bringing that together, so we have our own little seed coalition going on. I am so looking forward to pawpaws, man. I'm really excited about the pawpaws, and I got to look more into huckleberries, because I may want to try to grow those. Those are coming from a 2-season climate, but I'm in a 4-season climate, so I've got to do a little research on that and find out what they like and what their growing season is. And then I thought maybe I could reach out to Rage or Remote and see about getting Saskatoon, the Saskatoon seeds for the Saskatoon berry, and see if we couldn't get that to grow down here. Wouldn't that be great if we had Saskatoon berries down here?
How come you can't see
How
the
you doing, Robert?
How come you can't see the chat here? Oops. I can't see.
What's that?
Can't see the chat here. Let's see what happens.
I
Here.
want to load for you.
I don't know what's going on. This is a different platform.
I can't hear him. What's that now?
It's a different platform.
Oh yeah, StreamYard. Well, it's easier for us with our with the way our signal and stuff is. This is the one.
Stream's the best.
Yeah, I'm going to turn up your volume a little bit. I hope it's not too loud for everybody else, but I'm about half deaf.
Good.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, so I really like this idea of us setting up like a seed coalition,
Yeah.
You guys have do you have a deep winter or just a shallow?
Yeah, we do. We usually do. And if even if we don't have it every year, it's like once every 3 years we have a really, really deep freeze.
Yeah.
Or once, I don't know. Here last several years it's been a little off, but we usually get a freeze. But to get a really deep freeze for a week or more, is once every couple years anymore.
It's got to really push down out of out of Canada a lot.
Yeah, I'd love to do cuttings,
freeze.
Betty.
I'm thinking about peaches will live by you.
Yeah.
They might.
Well, once we get the greenhouse set up, it's going to be a year-round geothermal greenhouse. And what we're going to be moving the peach tree is not ready to do anything yet.
I got them when they were little.
The apples are already producing, but we got them when they were little. And actually, we're surprised we're actually getting apples already. So, but we're going to be moving those inside, along with, like she was talking about, with the dwarf lemon tree, also as well as a lime. We're going to try for a grapefruit. Certain ones that can be, they have to be, temperatures have to be what they are,
Yeah.
For citrus, oranges.
So you already have peach.
What's that? We have 2 apples and a peach.
Right? Yeah.
Peach hasn't done anything, but the apple trees, they've already produced, and they're, like I said, they're
about 3-4 year olds.
Yeah, they're not even 15 years old yet. But we're getting little tiny apples, but not big ones.
I need to get a Granny Smith apple tree. That's what I really need.
What we're working on.
Yeah. I have a Red Delicious.
Little here, little there.
I got 6.
Is it Red Delicious or
you have Red and Delicious and
a yellow apple?
A yellow apple.
I think it's the Washington, not the golden.
Washington.
And then because I wanted 2 different kinds of apples for doing pies and butter, my apple butter and stuff like that. But I really want to get a Granny Smith too. And then I got the peach tree because the pollinators will cross pollinate all 3 of them, and they're planted where it'll be easy, for the trees and for the pollinators. You still with us, Robert?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right.
There's a delay, I think.
Yeah.
I can hear my delay. Strange. So, are you guys on Southern Ohio?
We're
Central.
Yeah.
Northeastern Central towards the Central.
Only been to Akron. That's it.
Just below Akron.
Yeah. We're
15,
an hour.
50 minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Huh. Definitely send you some huckleberry.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
I gotta get prepared for the canning. I want to make huckleberry jam for sure.
Ooh.
Sure.
Oh, I'd sure love to have me some
good.
of that. I'll trade you a jar of apple butter for a jar of huckleberry jam. Oh, yeah. Ooh, or huckleberry syrup. Oh.
Oh man.
We'll go with 2 jars
I love huckleberry syrup.
Somebody else knows what them taste like.
Man. Well,
I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, you are missing out.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's one of those ones.
I saw the bears go crazy when they
Granny makes an excellent pie apple.
So I had to try it.
Somebody asked that.
I was blown away. It is the best berry there is.
Oh yeah. What? And that's I was saying right before you came up. I didn't know if you heard me or not. I was talking about the Saskatoon berries up there in Canada. If we could get Rage or Remote to send us some Saskatoon seeds,
they'll grow. They'll grow here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have in one of the videos that I did just walking around, we have a red raspberry and a black raspberry with a blackberry bush. We also have, and it's only in one certain spot, and we didn't know this for the first couple of years, but a white raspberry.
Wow.
All right. So he said if you have YouTube open in another window, it might be part of what's causing the delay. Actually, it might be us because we had it open in another window, and we already have terrible
signal.
Terrible signal. I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat today.
Hey, I want to say hi to Southern Patriot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Southern Patriot. You can need to shorten your name, Greg.
Just call him Shipwreck.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. His name's Greg, though. I remember.
Yeah, if you guys can get cuttings from trees and stuff too, Betty. Oh my gosh.
We'll take them. Yeah. And then we'll go on from there and start
dig
making
them up.
cuttings.
Yeah, wrap the roots.
We have elderberry bushes we're doing right now.
In the spring, I'll be harvesting the elderberry and I'll do cuttings of that if you guys want some of those. Elderberries, man, and they grow so fast.
I don't know about. I don't know how fast.
If
you have chickens, they're really, really beneficial. If you have chickens,
yeah, elderberries are a good. I guess like a detox for them.
Yeah, they're a natural medicine for them. There he is. Hey, Shep.
There he is.
What's going on, Robert? I'm loving the pad, brother. Loving the pad.
He's got a beautiful home, doesn't he? I love it.
Right.
He walked us out on his porch the other day. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I've been catching a lot of crap lately about the length of the name. I think I might shorten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw you.
Well, they told us to do that
and
too.
I scrolled up and I was like, I don't see any other Gregs up in here.
That's right. That's you, bro. That's you. Yeah, we gotta do something. We gotta get you in. We got.
Well, hey, look, I got to get off of here. I just wanted to show face, say hey real quick. Jeff and Heather, I've been reading through the Back to the Basics book, and I'm actually going to add some of that stuff to the curriculum for our kids through the school year.
But there you go.
especially moving into the cooler weather. I'm gonna be going through a series of different projects from that book. So it ought to be a really
That's
interesting winter
awesome.
fall season.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Let us know because we'll have Raina watch you guys doing those projects so that she'll enjoy that. She won't think she's alone with her homeschool and stuff.
I can tell you one thing where I'm definitely going to do. I was already going to work on a bushcraft fireplace for my little fort out there, and I had a pretty good idea how to do it. But reading the book, I'm going to make an adobe fireplace, so it ought to be pretty cool. Yeah, I've already made bricks before. They're solid.
We're gonna do an earthen oven.
Can you drop
We're
your
gonna
link?
be doing one of those as a project.
Hey, can you drop his link?
Yeah, we'll do. Yep.
Cool.
All right, we'll see y'all later, man. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right. It was great to see you. Thank you for stopping
See
in.
y'all later. Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. I'll be live.
Subscribe to the Search for Truth.
Yeah. I've been introduced to Search for Truth. Yeah, we're new buddies.
Right on.
All right. Y'all
Cool.
take it easy.
We'll see you, bro.
See y'all.
Hey, Shipwrecks on the Southern Patriots Association Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. We have a lot of good times. So drop over there and see him. He's most excellent. Trying to do good stuff too. Trying to connect Patriots together. So,
We got to hook him up with Shane.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in joining up and let's set up a seed co-op. If you guys want to send your information to me, I promise I will protect it. It will not go anywhere. I will email you back, let you know that I'm putting you in the seed co-op if that's what you choose, and we'll try to set something up.
Jeff, get a pencil.
What's that, Robert?
Get a pencil.
Put it in private chat, man.
Oh, okay. Let me see. How can I do that? Let me see.
We'll tab to your.
Yeah, because I'm really I'm kind of serious. I'd like to get this going. I mean, I think this would be a good thing for all of us, don't you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, is he still in?
No, I think he's stuck. Or is he?
I don't know.
He's already gone.
Okay.
He's just stuck.
Where were you?
All right, so Betty, I have done to make jelly and other stuff, but or to cook it down and get the pectin out of it, and then I keep the pectin, the apple pectin, and you can make jelly and jello and all kinds of stuff, marshmallow with fruit pectin. You can take the pectin and render it down further and make fruit sugars, like make apple sugar. Oh, the book he was talking about is called Back to Basics, and it's by Reader's Digest, and it is a good overview to get you started in every different area of like homesteading. Any different area. It's going to give you a little bit of information about a whole lot of stuff and point you in the right direction to get started learning some of these skills, and they're not as hard as you think. So Back to Basics is a good all-in-one type of book. And but I usually use I'll use the cores and the peels of whatever I'm making. I'll use the leftovers to make apple cider vinegar too. So you can do the pectin. You can do so much with it. Every part of the apple is useful.
Pectin comes in.
Yes, artist, you may.
What called? God,
There
I can't
you go.
remember.
Okay, hold on, Robert. And
I forget more than I can remember.
we understand, huh? Trust me.
I was always told as we get older, you can't hear out of one ear, or you're deaf in one ear, can't hear out the other. You're blind in one eye, can't see out the other.
What are those things growing?
Can't even speak straight sometimes.
Oh, what's some things called?
You call your kids 7 names before you get to their name.
What's the fruit before a prune?
What's the what?
What fruit comes from a prune?
What fruit comes from a fig?
From a prune.
What? Prune? The plum.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
a dehydrated. Yep.
That's a lot of
Dehydrated plum.
pectin in those.
Figs are really.
Most fruit does have a lot of pectin in it.
Yeah.
I just don't know which ones are the percentages are
The-
way high
The
versus, but I know they all pretty much have pectin in them. Yes.
yeah.
I can't remember. I was listening to it was a how to do thing, and they didn't use pectin. They used. You guys are
Kind
froze.
of cut. You kind of cut out there for a minute. They didn't use pectin. They used
They used natural pectin.
the natural fruit juices.
Yep.
Yeah. There was a lady. It was kind of weird when we moved up to New Hampshire. My mom and my stepdad, when they got married, we lived up in Claremont, New Hampshire they lived up there for years. I lived up there for about 12 years. But learning how to, the way they did their fruit canning up there was really neat because they'd get done with the fruit and then they'd wax the top of them.
Yep.
And then they would put the metal lids on and put the screw top on, and it was sealed with like a 1/4-inch thick piece of wax, paraffin wax.
Yep. That's the way my mom taught us.
And now lately I've been seeing people do it, and they don't do it that way anymore. I don't understand.
That's how my grandma did it, and then she would re-render the wax.
Yeah.
And
Right.
every year,
rinse it off and re-render it, and
and then she just
Over
used
and
it.
over.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because it's wax. Oh,
Exactly.
coffee.
Oh.
I hear tink 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 tink. Sorry, I have him on a mission for me. My apologies, guys. But yeah, I put our email, you guys, in the chat there. If you guys are interested in this, send us an email. We'll need your information. I can do a little bit of digging and get you guys the zones, and you guys can work out how to grow your stuff. Anybody that wants to be part of this, you guys, label your seeds, right? Make sure they're dried out properly, label them properly, and I would like it to mostly be heirloom or like even cuttings and stuff. If we want to do that, I'll figure out how we need to go about that for shipping purposes, but I'm pretty sure that we can make this work. I'm really excited about it, actually. Pawpaws and huckleberries.
Cuttings and probably an overnight deal. Yeah. And that would be, they have containers for that, but it's going to cost. It's going to be the cost.
We'll work it out somehow.
I'll try to send you both. I'll try to send you both.
Both what? Oh, you'll try to send me both? Oh, I'd love that. That'd be like Christmas in a box.
Yeah. I'll send you seeds and clippings.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah.
I think I'll just put some root tone on cuttings, wrap them up, and send them. That way, when you get them, you just put them around.
Well, can you? Well, I guess I could try to keep them in the house for now.
Wintertime.
Yeah, get them going.
Or don't send me cuttings until spring.
Because what time of the year now? By the time we get them from you, we have enough time to do that.
Yeah, spring. Do it spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'd have to do them in the spring.
Yeah. And we're, like I said, we're going to do our huckleberry bushes this year. We're going to cut them all the way back. And our huckleberry, geez, now I'm stuck on the huckleberry. We're going to do our elderberries, which I do not know if they are American elderberry or if they are the typical English elderberry, because we didn't plant them on the property. They're naturally growing here. So I'm going to take it that they're the American variety, which actually has a little bit more nutrient density, which is a good thing. So I don't know, and I don't want to mislabel them. So if you guys do want elderberry cuttings from us, I'm happy to send them, but I do not know the proper Latin name. I like wildberry bushes anyway.
American elderberry here.
Yeah.
Fresh one. Right off the tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Right on your pancakes and your oatmeal cereal.
Right on, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, better get off.
Man.
I gotta go pizzas.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, Robert. I really
thank
appreciate you, man.
Okay, you guys got my number, right?
Yes.
sir.
Okay, cool.
We'll reach out.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Have a great afternoon.
Have a great day, everybody.
You too. We'll see you tonight.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I like Robert. He's a good dude. Yeah. Elderberries are good stuff. And if you guys have chickens, if you don't know this, plant your elderberry bushes around, like plant a couple around your chicken coop. The chickens are going to eat those, and it's going to keep them healthy. It's going to keep them really healthy. And it cuts down on the feed that you have to give them even in winter months because they're still picking off the bushes. Just leave those bushes for them, and it's just a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
There is a guy that does specialize in Sambucus americana, which is the American elderberry. And he is, I think he is in Missouri. I do believe he is in Missouri.
Yeah.
And he has had his elderberry setup going on since the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
And he's a real cool guy. We saw him over on Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and I know we've mentioned them before. They don't know we exist, but we sure love them. There's always good information. They do their own, homesteading, off grid, and rainwater collection. So they're just really. I mean, if there's anything that you want to know, I bet you could go to their channel and just look through their playlist and you'll find something related to it. But they're always dropping nuggets, even in other videos and stuff, kind of like how we do. We start off on one topic and it can lead us anywhere, right?
And back to the show and then back out and back it's really good. They're great people.
Yeah, Betty, I would really, if you don't mind, Betty, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to send you a text first because I know I won't answer the phone for any number I don't recognize, and that's just how I am. So
you get a text first,
yeah, I'll send you a text first and let you know it's me, and then I'll give you a call. And I would love to talk to you about this, so we'll do that. And yeah, even RD, even in those hotter zones, you're going to be able to find a way to make certain plants work, right? Garlic, so long as you've rested it in a cool place because it likes to have that cool time, well, you can rest it in a paper bag in your refrigerator for 6 weeks in the wintertime. You know what I mean? You have to give it that rest for it to grow. But, and certain, like whether it's a hard neck or a soft neck is going to depend on how much of a rest it's going to need. And it's really easy to find that information. It's all over YouTube, just how to grow garlic. And a lot of those people are gonna have that in there about getting your bulbs that resting period first in the cold. In Ohio, we plant garlic in October in order to have a good garlic crop the next year. So,
and then we also have wild garlic that I had talked about, and it comes up every 3 years.
Yeah,
and that we find along down in the swamp area. And it grows. This year it was harvested. The last time we had it was 3 years ago. And we'll go down with the seeds again. We'll throw all the seeds that we had back on the ground down there. And be 3 more years and we'll have a whole other harvest of wild garlic as well.
Yeah.
It's sweet. What we have in this area, I don't know the name of it for the area, but the garlic itself is just a small garlic. It's not very big. The bulbs are about a ping pong size bulbs, so they're not very big. But the flavor is really good, but sweet. A real sweet garlic. Not like what we get at the grocery stores.
And another thing is, well, you can grow your garlic from the grocery store too.
Yeah,
I know you. almost everybody's had that accidental happening. You forgot that one garlic clove in the door, and
Put it in a pot
next
of
thing
dirt
you know, it
and-
had green coming out of it. Well, there
Yeah.
you go, right?
Put it in a pot of dirt and let it grow.
Yeah. So I mean, you can make adjustments so long as you know where that plant originates, or what zones it grows best in, what soil it likes. Some plants like really acidic soil. Some plants like alkaline soil.
Awesome.
A lot of plants like a neutral soil. You know, if you know even a little bit, it can take you a long way. Just keep looking. Don't stop learning about it.
Elephant garlic. I like elephant garlic. That garlic I like to. I like just roasting those.
Oh yeah,
and just roasting
Betty, that's a good
5
idea.
or 6 of them, and then that's just like a little appetizer to go with your meal. If you're having like a steak or like a steak and baked potato, get one of them, roast them up,
Ooh.
put them on the side. I love it like that.
Conquer, I want some of that elephant garlic. I have
Sounds-
not been able to successfully grow that. And yeah, the dog food bag idea is a great idea. Another little quick cheat to grow like potatoes and sweet potatoes and your root vegetables is a laundry basket, and just line it with like old newspaper or brown craft paper or paper bag. Remember how your mom and your grandma had like that little area right beside the fridge or right next to a cupboard or something where they stuffed all the paper bags when you were little? Yeah. We try to get paper bags anytime we can because they are so useful. They're so multi-purpose.
You want to go these plastic T-shirt bags? Ridiculous.
Oh, I hate these. I hate this thing. But you can actually take those and cut them into strips, right? Tie them in knots, and you can finger crochet those into like a plastic mat to go camping on. I knew a couple ladies that used to make them into mats for homeless people, and I thought that was a really good idea. And people would just give them all their donated. They would just donate bags and bags of bags, and these ladies would just sit there and crochet these bed mats, and they ended up being like this thick, so, and then they would go and they give them out at the shelters and stuff for the homeless people, so that when they had to leave the shelters, they at least had a mat to keep them off the ground. And I thought that was a fantastic way to recycle or upcycle what is essentially sitting in the ground for 20 years before it starts to deteriorate. I don't know, Betty. I think it might be our climate. I cannot grow elephant garlic up here for anything.
You should be able to.
You should be able to, but like
Strasbourg, I know
the medium, and yeah, but Strasbourg has a different type of soil too because of Tuscarawas River.
Well, we need to go soil collecting.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. When you guys live in a county where you either have like a major waterway or water through, like we have swampland and we have what's called a Killbuck Creek, which ties directly into another big watershed area. Okay, so our water can stay stagnant for a while, or it can be moving constantly. So, and it depends on the season. That affects how the land around it is, and because it's marshy, we have like almost like a peat type soil in some areas and a really hard clay in other areas. So, you have to know what you're working with too, right? Because you're not going to grow garlic in clay. It's not going to happen. You need to amend that. Garlic prefers a sandy, loose soil, so it can get those tender little roots down in there and bulb up. Plants. Yeah, in containers, bags. If you're uncomfortable doing even that, go pick you up a bag of gardening soil. Cut, lay it flat. Cut a strip along the top, or cut 6 or 7 or 12 holes or whatever size it is. Put some water in there and plant your seeds right in the bag. They will grow right out of one of those bags. I've done it. If you have the desire to grow things, you will grow things. Okay. It's going to take you learning a little bit, but even without a skill set, you can grow things, Beaver Creek. I don't think we live near Beaver Creek. Do we?
Beaver Creek, Ohio?
I think we're a ways away from Beaver Creek, aren't we? Yeah, bales of old hay, newspaper bundles, old bits of newspaper. You could start a compost pile and grow your stuff right in a compost pile. Not even kidding. I've seen that done, and I mean, there are all types of ways to grow food. You got to think out of the box. You got to get away from this marketing crap that's out there. Sometimes you got to think out of the box. I've lived in places where the soil was all clay, and it wasn't the kind of clay that was nutrient dense, right? So what they would do is they would dig out like a foot of the soil until they started getting down into the really good stuff. No, we're about 3 hours or so away from Beaver Creek.
Yeah, there's Dayton.
Yeah, we're about three and a half
Yeah.
hours from Beaver Creek. I couldn't remember if it was southeast or southwest of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are all manner of doing it. You want something simple where you don't even have to get your hands dirty. Just open a bag of growing medium, potting soil, whatever it's called where you're at. Germantown. Like, all right, there are a lot of Germantowns in Ohio. We have one not far from us in Amish town. Like in the Amish
country.
Yeah, in
they
Amish
call
country.
It Germantown,
right up there, and they call it Germantown. So
clarification.
Right. Give us a sector. You know how Ohio divides into 4 sectors.
Even if it's just a county. I mean, we're not nosy. Just it helps. We know there's several Amish settings everywhere throughout Ohio. We're one of the biggest ones.
Spores. Really? Now what? Dryland fish. Betty, I'm really interested in that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's down by Beaver Creek.
So you're about 3 hours from us then.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. You coming to the barbecue, man? That would be so awesome. I cannot wait to meet some of you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Dryland fish. I've heard that before, but I can't remember what that is. Enlighten me, Betty, dearest.
Not ocean fish, freshwater fish.
Yucca, rabbitweed, growth medium. Oh, I bet you can go grow like ginger and rhizomes and stuff up there, can't you? Who is that? Who said that?
Oh, it's a mushroom.
Oh, it's a mushroom. Ooh, yeah.
Spores. Try.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, you can get our email off our channel. I think did you post our email?
I put it in here. I'll put it in here again.
Okay. Yeah, she'll put it in there again for you.
What are they gonna do? Yell at me for posting my email?
Yeah, our own email. All right.
Yell away. That is where my selective hearing comes into play.
Right.
That's the kid in me. You guys, you know, right? Kids in the selective hearing. Oh, the morels that I was talking about are the turkey tails. Oh my goodness. Oh, Betty, I want to come visit you. I bet you just have a beautiful little paradise down there. Oh, that is so cool. I would love to know, I started looking into growing mushrooms, growing your own mushrooms. And the amount of it's its own horticulture section, it's got its own, what's it called? It's called something McCulture. Watch McCulture. Yeah, we do that for tomatoes too, though. All right. And we use that same concoction for our tomatoes. It really helps them.
What's that?
Coffee grounds and eggshells.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys know that if you have chickens, this will help your eggs, right?
As
Your
well.
egg production and your eggs. You take those shells and you either rinse them off and then you bake them or you boil them. Let them dry out and then you crush them up and you can add them to your chicken feed.
You gotta crush them up really.
You got to crush them up. You need to change the flavor of them by either baking them or boiling them. All right. So your chickens don't start eating their own eggs.
Yep.
But then you feed it back to the chickens and it adds really calcium to the chicken's diet, which they need. And you'll start seeing that the shells will be a little thicker, which means your eggs are going to last longer naturally.
Yeah.
And you're going to find that your chickens are going to be healthier. And so they're probably going to lay a little bit more too. And so that gives you something sellable if you can't use all those eggs, or it gives you something to trade with, you know. So, yeah, tea bags. Tea bags are beneficial to certain plants. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Betty. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you. I bet you are just a font of information. On so many things. I get so excited about learning new stuff from other people, meet new people, so I can learn new stuff because it just tickles me. But I don't think we're going to hang out too much longer here today, guys. We do have some other stuff to do. We're, like I said, we were doing our end of school year wrap up stuff, and we still have a little bit to finish up on that. So we're probably going to get out of here soon.
We'll be back at 2.
Yeah, we are going to shoot for 2.
We'll be doing 2 o'clock again. This week's just been a little rough on everything. School, other stuff going on with trees and being out and about and getting other things to talk about as well. So we'll be back to 2 o'clock in the afternoon again. Once all this is all done. It's Friday, pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, Friday. Yeah, Friday.
It's some day of the week. I don't know.
Some day of this week. Yeah, Friday.
All right, so you guys reach out, send us an email. I promise I will get back with you. And we'll get this set up and we'll figure out what to do here. So, yeah, and any and all suggestions are welcome. All right. Just so you know, we're very open to any suggestions or tips or tricks. If you've done anything like this before, or you are familiar with somebody else's setup like this, that would be really, really helpful. But I'm kind of really determined. Yeah, I think the seed and plant co-op is going to be fantastic. I'm very excited.
We'll sit down and happy. We'll get a form, not a form, but get something moving.
We'll draw something up and we'll get something going. And
even if it's just a private little meeting on Betty, this, and we get you on this. So
hey Hobbit.
Hey Hobbit.
Betty, I don't know. I'm going to talk to you today, but I may just ask you to be my right-hand girl on this and help us out if you find that you have a few extra moments of your time in the day. Oh, where was the mama? She probably waiting in the wings, watching for her baby. Well, yeah, we're going to be. That's the thing, RD. We want to make it available to other people too. This isn't going to just be, just that, but eventually, because look, this is a long-term thing. When you do something like this is a long-term thing. This is eventually we'll all have the crops that we can start trading off the seeds or the plant or the cuttings or what have you.
Once you get your seeds from your crops, you hold on to what you have. So everybody has some, and if nobody has what you have, then send a little bit of them. And then if you don't have, and we're just going to shoot off the sample here, a dwarf lemon tree, well, then you'd get from Heather, hey, can you send a few dwarf lemon trees? and you just keep rotation and just keep going and going until you build up so much, and then it's build it as a group. We're taken care of, and then from there, yeah, make money on it, and that way would help the co-op itself.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I want you guys to all, like, if you don't have anything to trade at the beginning, that's fine. If you want, I'm sure we'll figure something out, either by donation or purchase. I don't know how that'll work. I don't want any money. I want to help people. So
simple for later
it
on.
may be like
Yeah.
a shipping thing. If
This
you
is
don't mind paying the shipping, we'll send you whatever. If that sounds fair
Start
to you
out this
guys.
group thing right now, so we can make it start.
But by all means, even if you don't have stuff to start with, and you're interested in this idea is something that interests you, by all means, please reach out to us and let us know. Because I really think,
because we're all the same, but we're all different. We're gonna want different
those
squashes. We're gonna want different plants. Go ahead and get the things that you'd like, and then offer the seeds. Make sure they're heirloom. Just make sure they're heirloom, so you can keep getting the seeds from them.
Betty, are those red winter wheat berries? Are those the same as partridge berries?
Ooh,
I think they might be.
Because we do have those here in Ohio too, where we can't find them. Mostly out in fields, but you have to really know what you're looking for.
Yeah, and I think that's what I mean. We all just kind of want to help each other out on this, and I'll centralize the information. And if you guys want to do that with us, we would be more than pleased to have you. We really would. And let's do something with this. Let's do this thing where we all have a little bit more of those advantages by having each other's backs on this kind of stuff. And I think that's fantastic, because if you call up a nursery and you want a certain cutting, you're going to pay money for that cutting, and then you're also waiting the time. It's not going to produce everything the first year. That doesn't bother me, except that, I don't have money to put out the cutting, to buy the cuttings for the things that I want. I don't have the money to put out for the seeds for the things that I want. So I have what seeds I have. I have my heirloom stuff. And I think those are a wise investment. If you are going to go buy seeds, if you're going to put your money in seeds, please buy heirloom seeds, because that's the bang for your buck. Those are the seeds that are going to keep coming. I have volunteer tomato plants that keep coming back every year. I don't have to even plant them. So, there are a lot of benefits to certain things like that. So, yeah, we are going to get out of here. And, but I really wanted to talk about that today. I think that would, I wonder if we can grow wheat up here. I mean, I know we can. The big farmers do it. The corn, soy, wheat. We kind of live in that country. I bet I could grow that. Oh, wow. And now, can you go back over the comments for a minute?
Yeah.
And Betty, do you know, can I, how do I plant those? Do I need to row those like corn, or is that like can I free throw wheat berries? And is it going to do just as well? So long as I don't have, like, of course, clumped up all in one area.
We got to actually till it.
But if I were to just cast it, can I do a cast sow on those? Yeah, I would love to make my own. I have a flour grinder, an old manual one. Yes. Oh, perfect. Yes, Betty.
All right, cool.
That is wonderful. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully,
too bad Maria didn't join us today.
Hopefully, we won't be boring tomorrow either. So we will see you then.
Everybody's loving this.
Well, I think this is really important stuff that we can do, right, to help each other out.
Hope we just put it out to the way people understand it. That's all.
Man, I'm calling you either right before or right after dinner, Betty.
Yeah, it'll be before Liberty Warrior.
All right, on. That is awesome.
That's cool. Alrighty.
All right.
We're out of here.
Bye.
Love
Thanks for coming by our neck of the woods.
Okay,
and we're
carry
supposed
on.
to. Well, we have an outro to play that artist made for
Where is
us.
it? Where is it? Where is it?
Share file.
Share file.
And
Share file.
yep,
Not
give us 1
fire.
second. I'd like you guys to see this. She did a really great job,
Is that the
and
one
I
you
really enjoyed
download?
it.
Did you bring it over? Or it's still in download?
It is.
Did you bring it over?
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. It might still be in.
Slideshow.
Yep, there it is. All right, you guys. Have a great day, and we will see you later tonight or tomorrow in other places, or hopefully back here. So, love and light.
See you guys.